I brought Saint Francis.
Okay.
Right? Do you know much about Saint
Of Assisi?
Francis? Of Assisi, yeah. Do you know much about him, man?
Did you call him a fucking sissy?
That is the name of where he's from, Assisi.
He's Italian.
He is Italian.
Aren't like half of them Italian?
A lot of them.
A good amount, because we are the Lord's people.
Actually true.
You know.
I thought that moniker was for another race.
If you were an evangelical, it is.
So, we've been in churches before, and you always have those stained glass, murals. And I saw one at this recent church that I was in, and it had a lot of saints. Mm-hmm. And one of them was Francis, Saint Anthony. So I was looking them up, and I saw that Saint Francis particularly changed Christmas.
Really?
Really?
Yes, in a very interesting way.
Okay.
Now, he was born in 1181.
Mm-hmm.
So early on, he died
Just before the Crusades.
Yeah, he died 1226. He was canonized.
after the Crusades.
He was canonized.
1226 is Boxing Day.
Yeah.
It's
Very
such a dumb fucking joke. It's so stupid.
It's horrible.
You remember when you tried to... I'd never heard of Boxing Day.
That's one of my favorite things I ever did on the Howard Carter Hour.
Boxing
I
Day.
convinced Ed that Boxing Day was a British tradition where you would go to stores, and he believed it.
Yeah, you got me.
He believed it, and I was like, you would have to go.
Day after Christmas, you have to fight the owner.
And if
And if you win, you get great
good
deals.
But I was like, and then
It sounded like some weird Victorian thing. All right, put them up.
I got me oil in that cabinet.
and then if you win the fight, you get a great deal. But then I was like, people started beating the owners, so they would hire boxers. And every
They hire
business.
professional boxers to protect their deals.
And I was asking you if Mike Tyson was the guy, if you would fight him for a PlayStation 3. All right, go on.
So
Steve.
Francis had a real devotion to the human aspect of Jesus.
Human.
Yeah,
very
Do the
human
same
aspect.
fucking thing.
His ideals were poverty, charity, stuff like that, right? So he wanted to follow in those steps, right? His desire to follow Jesus' example, that's how he lived his life. He made very important developments such as the little poor man, meaning anytime you see an image like that,
That sounds like a ska
him.
band.
What's
from
the little poor man?
2001.
Yeah, with a little poor
it's
man.
the idea
They have a
of
trumpet.
it's the idea of poverty. It's the image of poverty being blessed, right? So he's also the patron saint of ecology. He loved to preach to animals, and he believed
Well, that seems...
he loved animals and nature.
Useless.
Yeah. So any stained glass artwork
He's got animals?
he's the one surrounded by animals.
Is he the saint of animals, Saint Francis?
Yeah. He's the saint of ecology.
Okay.
Yeah. He believed that nature was a mirror of God. Right? So nothing crazy about his early life,
Yeah.
but midway through, in 1202, he went to war.
With who?
Against Perugia.
Perugia. Ooh.
What's Perugia?
It is
Italian city
Italian
state.
city.
Oh, so it's
not
like Civil
too
War
far
shit?
from Assisi.
No, Italy was not united at the
Okay.
time, so all these cities
It was
would
a
fight
neighboring
each other.
city.
Yeah.
Who is that? Garibaldi?
No, that's in the 1800s.
Who united Italy?
Oh, well, he's part of that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Giuseppe Garibaldi.
Yeah.
war happens. He gets captured for a
The
year.
Risorgimento.
So he's a POW.
He's a POW for a year. He gets sent back, and on his return, he falls seriously ill. So
He gets
didn't get
sick.
to, he didn't get to really experience the full battles, right?
Yeah.
But he returned. He recovers, and he wants to join the papal forces in 1205 against Frederick II.
Frederick
Holy Roman
II
Emperor.
is that's the Antichrist, right?
That is the
Frederick
anti-pope.
II.
Oh,
He's a hand of the anti-pope, I believe.
Yes, who's in France,
Yes.
in Avignon.
So on his way to go join these forces, he gets a vision or a dream. It's kind of uncertain of which one you want to
Okay.
call it. But something tells him just return home and await your new knighthood. And he's like, I guess I'm going to listen to this vision. I'm going to go home and I'm going to sit there. I'm going to remain in solitude and pray, and hopefully God's will come to me. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Now, many reasons he joins this apostolic life, but two of them, he was praying at a grotto, and he has a vision of Christ.
At a grotto.
At a grotto. He's praying, he gets a vision
Okay.
of Christ, and he finds it very important. So
I like a nice grotto.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
They really
so
are.
beautiful. You need one in your front lawn.
Yeah.
You have enough room.
You have a shrine.
Yeah.
I should have like the Playboy Mansion, like grotto. I should try to convert my house to be like the Playboy Mansion. Aunt will come over, will just sit in the fucking
I'll
grotto.
be dressed as the fucking character from Andy Kaufman. Whose name escapes me.
Tony Clifton.
Tony Clifton. Thank you.
So he also has a really big, huge experience, that life-changing experience at the chapel of San Damiano.
I thought the Chapel Roan.
Not the chapel. Well, anybody would have an experience being near Chapel Roan.
I don't know a single.
Domingo.
Is that her song, the Domingo one from that?
Well,
no, that's Hot to
There's
Go.
been two Domingo.
But that is her
sketches
song.
now.
Oh, they did it again?
Yes, the second one was Chapel Roan. The first one was Sabrina Carpenter. Come on, bro.
Which is the one with Ariana Grande? That's the one I saw.
That's the espresso one.
Oh, that's the one I've heard.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they did it again with Chapel
there was
Roan.
a sequel.
on it.
There was a sequel like 2 weeks later.
I didn't see the
Smarten up.
sequel. I'm sorry. I'm behind on my
Domingo
Domingo.
came back. Now the wife was pregnant, and it was Domingo's kid.
Oh, as always, we have to talk about Saturday
Well,
Night
here's the
Live.
thing. You learn something new, make it snow.
You're right. My mistake,
Oh,
guys.
the weather outside is frightful.
It's chemically.
It's like friggin' the end of Die Hard.
Weather outside is chemicals.
It's really coming down.
Now it's really
Catch
good.
that on your tongue, Brian. I dare you.
I'm pretty sure it's okay.
I just collapsed dead. This isn't Jewish now.
So
It's on Ant's face. It looks like a glob of jizz.
So there's a ruin.
I'm serious. It's
Oh, geez, it's
That's where I
there.
want
It's
it.
all over you.
Yeah, I'm covered.
I'm so glad it covered you, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we need.
It's
All
very,
right.
very good.
All right, continue, Steve.
Sure.
So he's at the grotto.
So well, he prays the grotto, has a vision of Christ, but he's at the chapel of San Damiano. Now, this is outside the gate of Assisi, and he hears a crucifix above the altar command him to go, Francis, repair my house, which, as you see, is well nigh in ruins.
So the church, he has to repair the church.
He has to repair the church. It's destroyed, and he takes it literally. He's like, this is what I'm going to do now with my life.
Yeah.
He goes home, starts gathering a bunch of shit. His father's like, what are you doing? Mind you, he lived a fairly wealthy lifestyle. He wasn't poor.
He was affluent.
He wasn't affluent.
He
but
was okay,
He was good.
yeah.
His family was well off.
They were comfortable.
They were comfortable. Comfortable compared
He was
to most
born
of
in a
this
middle
time.
class
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
Like Kamala Harris.
Middle class. He was middle class. His father was like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you collecting like all these materials? Like, we need this. He's like, this is what I'm doing. They have a big falling out, and he pretty much says,
Because his dad was like, why are you doing this? Fuck you, Dad.
Well,
I'll
yeah.
fix churches if I want to.
Exactly. And he's like, from now on, our Father who art in heaven is truer to me now than ever. And he pretty much says, like, you're not my father anymore.
Damn.
Pretty heavy shit.
Yeah.
You are no longer dad. Jesus is my dad now.
Well, he
Jesus wanna
rebuilds.
alienate him from his
He
dad.
rebuilds this church and starts
What would God
to create
want
some
to
orders.
start?
I ask myself the same question all the time.
One of the fastest growing religious orders in history was this because of how he was.
It's cold.
He started getting a lot of followers, right? Look at him go. Look at him go. He's
Look
getting
at
more.
him dance. Look at him roll.
He's getting more.
Now we can watch Aunt G while we eat. All right.
So let's talk about what he did for Christmas. So Christmas time, 1223. Francis participated in a ceremony where he celebrates the birth of Jesus by recreating the manger of Bethlehem.
Okay.
This is the first time it happens. You did not see images of Jesus as a baby in the manger until him.
Really?
Because he was so much involved
And
in
the
the
animals
human
are big on
aspect.
that.
There's animals.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. Why was he surrounded by fucking animals? Well, St. Francis.
Was the Cagner him or is that someone else?
What's a Cagner?
You don't know a Cagner? I think we spoke about this. It's
Is that James Cagney's brother?
yeah, I'm a Cagner. No, in Spain and some parts of Italy, in the manger scene, they put a little statue of a guy taking a shit.
No, that's
In the
not,
background.
That's not him.
What?
No.
Yeah, it's a Cagnar. It's a real
Is he
thing.
standing on top of the bowl and squatting?
He is.
He has a big face.
Yeah.
It's
Anthony is in the Manger scene.
So it just it
So
showed,
he's the Manger guy.
He's the Manger guy. His devotion to Jesus as a human.
I'm the Manger guy.
Now, a little bit cooler stuff here.
Is that fucking...
I'm the cherry pie guy.
He's dead.
He killed
Very
himself
sad.
because
Killed
of cherry
Killed
pie.
himself because he hated cherry pie.
Oh
Well, he's
my
the
God,
cherry pie
imagine
guy.
hating a song that much.
Janie Lane.
So, I want to go over. Yeah,
Right in the
he did.
mic.
He's just a disgusting.
I
human.
wanted to give the audience the gift of a nice fart. Honestly, that was a Tuesday.
Seek into that.
This was a
This
Tuesdays
is
with
Chuck's,
Stories.
yeah, you fucking
reference.
asshole.
Fart and Tuesdays with Stories.
See,
There's a
Chuck,
reference.
if you're
It's
watching,
for the
this is why
crossover
you
audience.
don't
There's
let
no
him
crossover
borrow
audience.
stuff.
I
Don't
know
let him
there
borrow
is.
Stuff.
You know
There is.
There's
there
at
is,
least
yeah,
one
there
guy.
is.
Thanks, one guy. I saw your comment on Spotify.
Thanks, one guy. All right, let me finish up
Yeah.
Francis here because there's another important thing that happened to him, which why he's a saint, and I'm curious of Ant's thoughts on this. Right.
Okay.
All right.
So Francis goes to a retreat in Laverna, not too far from his home.
Was it a rehab?
It might as well have
Go to
been.
a retreat in British Columbia.
It might as well have been because he had to fast for 40 days.
Okay.
That's what this is. And I don't know how you live through that. How do you fast for 40 days without food?
You
Like,
gotta listen to
Well,
Temple of the Dog.
That's just so hard.
It's not that they just don't eat.
It's
They eat,
limited.
like, a very limited amount, like once a week.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't
So he was praying
mind
to God,
stealing bread.
and he gets an image of a seraphim come down.
Oh shit.
That's an angel, right?
It's an
It's
angel.
the highest choir of angels.
The
Okay.
highest
We learned
choir.
from
Constantine.
what's his name? Alan Rickman.
Oh, in Dogma.
It's a seraph coming towards him from heaven. He has multiple wings. He's in the form of Jesus, and it's like a life-changing thing.
Yeah.
He looks down, and he has stigmata.
Oh shit.
And it is actually written down by a famous person that I don't
Who's the
write
famous
name, but
person? Okay.
He's another saint, like
All right,
Saint
another guy.
Bernard or something like that. He was like a famous like order slash
Saint
documentation.
Quillman.
Sure.
Because
Man
he,
of the quill.
yeah, because he wrote it down.
So after that,
He's the saint of penmanship.
You should ask him to intercede for you.
I pray to Saint Quillman every time I do a doodle.
so after that, his life continues of service. He passes away, and 2 years later, he's canonized as a saint, like really quickly. It was like almost instant. His church does exist today in his order.
It do exist. Like the M&M's commercial. Yes.
Whoa! Can't get through it. Can't get through it. You can actually go to New York City. It's there. You could go see. His church, which I'm going to do. I want to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You may not know this,
It's
but when
very
Steve goes in after podcasting, his wife always hands him a nice bowl of Campbell's soup. And he
The snowman on it melts off
yeah,
and reveals
Steve
Beaver.
becomes a boy again.
Smiling Beaver.
But yeah, that's a little bit of St. Francis. How Christmas changed because of him, became more of a human holiday. Really. That's what I got. And
That's awesome.